So much of what we do at school these days takes place within web browsers, that having your web browser set up efficiently, I think is a really good investment in the workspace. It makes life a lot easier for all of us. So that's what we're going to try to do today, to give you some tips to do just that. If you've not yet followed the instructions on the Smart page above this video that update or show you how to update your browsers, please pause this video now, go back and do that. Once you've got those browsers updated, you'll be able to take full advantage of the things we're going to show you in this video. Now, while we're on that subject, we only recommend that you use Firefox or Chrome when you're browsing at school. The reason for that is that Internet Explorer doesn't work particularly well with either Smart or Google Docs, so using Firefox or Chrome will give you a much smoother experience. It's also the case that if you have a personal Gmail account, and you'll find you're always signing in and out of the school or your personal Gmail accounts because they conflict. There's an easy solution to that. Just use two web browsers. So I have Firefox, where I have all my school Gmail account windows open, and then a separate web browser, Chrome, where I have my personal account, which means I can remain logged into both simultaneously with no conflict. First thing I'm going to show you how to do is to rationalize your toolbar. Now, web browsers like Firefox have lots of options across the top here, and sometimes you have additional add-ons as well, and that takes away browsing space, so sometimes it's nice to have that rather more streamlined. And the way to do that is to come up to this View menu at the top here, select that. Under Toolbars you'll see some options, and you can play with these until you find your desired setting. I'm going to switch Menu Bar off because that gives me a bit more room. You can see that it just takes those options away at the top there. Now if I suddenly think, oh, I want to reverse that, I want those back, there's a simple solution. Just press Alt and you'll see that those menus reappear. The next thing we recommend is actually using additional tabs. Tabs are these things across the top here, rather than opening new windows all the time, because that can get a little bit confusing. So the way to make sure that that's what you're doing is on the Tools at the top here. Click that, and then you've got Options. Under Options, there's a Tab option. If you click Tabs, and then make sure that Open New Windows in a new tab instead is ticked. If that's ticked, every time you click a link, then that will open in a new tab rather than a new window. Now, something that works really well, we think, especially when you're using different web pages and different systems while at school, is to pin those tabs. Now, you can see across the top here, I've got lots of tabs open, but actually they look much smaller than these tabs over on the right-hand side here. If I want a new tab, I can just click this plus button here, and a new tab will appear, but you'll see it's still a sort of full-size looking tab. How do we get these things that we call app tabs here? You can see that what I've got open is Smart by Google Gmail, ESF Gateway, my calendar, and Google Docs as well. So lots of different app tabs open. How do we do that? That's what we're going to show you now. Well, very straightforward. All you do is you select the tab that you want to pin, click it, right click, and you'll see an option that says Pin as App Tab. If you select Pin as App Tab, you'll see the tab all of a sudden it's minimized, but it's always there, and I can just click back off it and onto it as I so choose. If you want to take it off there, no problem, just right click, unpin tab, and the tab's back to its full size. Now, to take full use of this function, you need to have a setting turned on, so you need to go back to your menu bar at the top here, select Tools and Options again, and this time you want the General tab. Now, you'll have this drop down here, and you want to make sure that that is set to show my windows and tabs from the last time. If you've got that setting right, then the tabs will work well. The beauty of this is that when I close that window down and I want to then reselect it, open it up either in the morning or later in the day, you'll see that it immediately opens all of those tabs, like so. I'm logged back in to everything straight away, and I don't have to go about reopening all of these different systems, Gmail or Smart and so on, which can be a little bit frustrating and take a bit of time. They're all logged straight back in there for me. There's one caveat, and that's that you need to make sure that the last browser window you close is the one with all these app tabs in. If you close another window last, Firefox will only remember those tabs. Right, that's it from me. Your task is to open the windows you'd like to pin as app tabs and pin those as app tabs right now. Good luck.